good day, everyone. Welcome to another episode of IDP Education's Campus Conversation, your go-to podcast if you're planning to study abroad or if you're looking for a perfect school to go to. Okay, so this time it's me once again, Emily, your favorite host for Campus Conversation. Okay, so today, makakausap naman natin ngayon ang isa sa pinakamagandang public school in Canada. Okay, so sino ba yung kasama natin ngayon? Without further ado, let me just call on our guest. Okay, she's the recruitment manager for Southeast Asia. Okay, Jamie Rojo. Rojo? Tama?
Right.
Hi, Jamie.
Hi. Thank you for inviting me. And I'm happy to be here.
Happy din kami. Kitang-kita ko nga yung kagalakan sa'yo. You're so happy. So Jamie, thank you for guesting in our campus conversation. So, alam mo kasi syempre maraming mga Pilipino who would like to study in Canada. Syempre alam naman natin Canada is one of the famous destination among international students for Filipinos. So, okay, let's talk about your school, Northern Light College, okay? So, hindi lahat familiar sa Northern Light College. So, can you tell us about your school? Ano ba yung location niya? Saan yung location niya? Kasi syempre, kailangan natin i-introduce sa mga audience natin right now.
Mhm.
Ano ba yung bakit ko ba pipiliin ang Northern Light College? Saan ba yan? Di ba? So, hindi siya university eh. Is it a public, private? So, tell us something about your school.
Okay, we are a public college. You're right, hindi kami university, meaning the programs are delivered in an applied learning manner. Our graduates are employment ready by the time they finish their study. And the longest program that we have is only for 2 years.
Mhm.
We're located in the province of British Columbia, where Vancouver is also located. However, to manage expectation po, malayo kami sa Vancouver. About an hour and a half flight pa. So you can compare it sa flight from Manila to Cebu.
Mhm.
Kasi literally 1.5 hours flight din. Ganon din yung distance namin from Vancouver. So, yung mga future international students namin, please make sure na nakabook yung inyong domestic flight to Fort St. John, where our airport is located. It's only about an hour away from our main campus in Dawson Creek. Baka may mga curious as to why ang pangalan ng college namin is Northern Lights. The name was awarded to our institution back in 1975. So we've been around for a while. Hindi kami bagong institution ha. 1975 pa kami open. It was awarded to the college because the most spectacular view, haba, di ba? Spectacular.
Gusto ko yung spectacular.
Yeah, the most spectacular view of the Northern Lights was actually seen in Dawson Creek,
Oh, really?
where our main campus is located. So, technically speaking, we have 5 campuses in total, 5 physical campuses. But we only offer 2 campuses to international students.
Mhm.
Other campuses are not yet accepting internationals. However, we do plan to open those campuses. As a matter of fact, back in 2023, we tried opening Chetwynd.
Mhm.
We plan to do that constantly or steadily. However, because of the changes from last year, we had to stop it. So we were hoping to be able to do that
Mhm.
ultimately.
Okay. So, ano yung 2 campuses na pwedeng pasukan ng mga international students?
Dawson Creek, that's our main campus. And then we have another one in Fort St. John.
Fort St. John. Okay.
Yes. Ando naman yung aming pinakamalaking city.
So, ano yung pwede niyong ma-offer? Let's say, ako yung student ha. Bakit ko pipiliin yung Northern Light College? Bakit ko gustuhin tumira sa Dawson Creek? O, di ba? Or sa Fort
St. John.
St. John. Di ba? I mean, ano yung pwede niyong ma-offer? What about employment? Pag ako bagong graduate as an international student, will I be getting employment? May mga employers ba na naghihintay? Siyempre, alam mo naman, no? I'm sure everybody's aware. Pag sinabing Canada, Toronto yan.
Mhm.
Di ba? Parang pag sinabing Philippines, it's Manila.
Yeah.
Di ba? Parang andito lahat ng opportunity. Eh. So, paano natin siya i-encourage yung mga students to choose your campus as their destination?
Couple things. Actually, there's a lot of reasons, but we don't have the time of the day para i-discuss yun. So, highlight ko na lang yung siguro 3.
Mhm.
One would be our tuition fee.
Mhm.
We still have one of the lowest tuition fee in Canada. as
Yeah.
a whole. Buong Canada pinag-uusapan natin.
Mhm.
So, isa kami sa may pinakamurang tuition fee talaga. Our tuition fee only starts at $11,000 per year.
Mhm.
Initial deposit nun is $7,500 lang. $7,500. One semester na yun. Ang average tuition fee in Canada is nag-start ng mga maybe 18 to 20,000
Yeah. Mhm.
per year, which is twice the amount ng tuition fee namin.
Exactly.
That's number one. Okay. Number two is cost of living. Because we live far away from big city, like Vancouver, for
Mhm.
example, yung cost of living namin is relatively less and cheaper. Kagaya siya ng Pilipinas, basically. If you live within Metro Manila, the cost of living here is ridiculously expensive. As opposed to, say, for example, nasa ibang area ka outside Manila.
Mhm.
Sabi na wag na tayong lumayo. Sabi na lang natin na Baguio, for
Mhm.
example.
Yeah.
Mura ang cost of living doon kumpara dito. Ang difference lang siguro sa Philippines kasi meron tayong tinatawag na provincial rate. So paglabas mo ng Metro Manila, yung minimum wage mo mas mababa. Sa Canada, no such thing. So kung magkano minimum wage na ino-offer sa buong province, it applies to the entire province. Meaning kung magkano ang minimum wage sa Vancouver, ganun din sa amin. Same income, less expense.
Mhm.
Kung international student ka and you're only allowed to work part-time, why wouldn't you go sa mas mababang cost of living
Mhm.
compared sa malaking city nga? Mahal naman ng cost of living, hindi kayang i-cover ng part-time work mo. So, dun pa lang sa logic na yun, I would like to think no, na ang mga Filipino very smart people.
Yeah. Mhm.
So, I would like to encourage na i-consider niyo yung location na pupuntahan ninyo. Number 3 would be yung na-mention mo kanina about work opportunities. It's not even a question. I understand na yung mga student na mag-a-apply pa lang, yun ang main concern nila. Like, how true is it na meron talagang work? Kasi nga, wala naman sila doon. So, they're not saying it. Pero based on the experiences and feedbacks that we're getting from international students, yung mga estudyante namin na nandun na, finding job or the worries about finding job becomes the least of their concern. Kasi they found out na, ang dami palang work talaga dito. So it's very common that our students actually retain to employers.
Mhm.
So hanggang 2 lang. Yung iba babalik sa akin nagsasabi, Jamie, meron akong problema. Anong problema mo? 4 yung job offer ko. Part-time work to Sabi ko, hindi pwedeng 4. Keep it 2 lang. Para pag nagbakasyon, pag naka-break ka, allowed ka mag-work full-time Pwede mong i-maximize. So it's very common. So it's a wonder na pagdating nila doon, hindi na yun yung iniisip nila. Iniisip na nila ngayon is yung adjusting.
Mhm.
So I understand na merong concern doon bago pumunta. Pero I'm telling you, ang daming opportunities na meron sa amin. Actually, isa sa mga core reason kung bakit nag-start ang recruitment ng Northern Lights College for international students, not only in the Philippines, we're talking about globally here, is because we need people to fill in the vacancies that we have and yung future job openings pa namin. If you check with workbc.ca, it's an official British Columbia government website, and you go to the Northeast profile. Northeast is where NLC is located. You will see that there is gonna be like more than 10,000 job opening in the next 10 years, starting 2023 to 2033. So, wala pa tayo sa kalahati. More than 10,000. Right, opening yun I-open pa lang yun. Right now, ang dami na naming vacancies. So, the vacancies that we have now, plus the opening, saan kami kukuha ng mag-fill in ng mga vacancies na yun? International students, actually. Ang pinaka kailangan namin. We tried yung mga direct nag-a-apply ng migration agad. Kasi pwede man naman gawin yun without studying in Canada. However, ang tagal nun. At saka, kailangan mo ng years of experience. Yeah. Kailangan, the process itself is very challenging. Whereas kung international student ka, you go there, you go to NLC, study for 2 years. You actually get a 3-year working permit. PGWP is what we call it. And then, from there, habang nag-work ng full-time yung student, pwede na lang i-work out yung PR. And in a lot of experiences, ng mga international students namin na gumraduate na, they are actually able to get the permanent residency a year after nila gumraduate. Like 1 year after nila gumraduate. Considering na meron silang 3 taong PGWP. 1 year lang nakukuha nila yung PR nila. All I'm saying is that pagdating sa work opportunity, it's not even a question.
Yeah.
It's a fact. Kailangan namin ng tao. That's the very reason bakit kami nag-recruit for international student. Wala namang ibang reason eh. Kasi public college kami, nagki-cater kami sa mga local and domestic students. Meron kaming estudyante, even without the international. But why do we need the international student? Kailangan namin kasi ang mag-fill in ng mga vacancies namin. And ang mga international students ang ideal pa din talaga. When they come and study at Northern Lights College, they have to study, right? They will be taught, they will be given the skills para pagka-graduate nila, employment ready sila. Kaya nga, college kami. Para ganun yung situation. Para pagka-graduate, employment ready yung mga student. Hence, they can start working and filling in the vacancies. Strategic.
Perfect.
Very strategic. So, ang concern is, may work ba doon? Yes. That's why you need to come and study. Para pagka-graduate mo, you have the skill sets na kailangan ng mga employer. And so you can perform very well and mas maganda yung maging trabaho makukuha mo.
You mentioned kanina na mas maganda kung mag-aaral ka muna sa Canada.
That's right.
And then, if you intend to stay there permanently, then you can apply for permanent residency.
That's right.
While you are taking this, what we call the postgraduate work permit. So we're going to talk about the postgraduate work permit later on.
Okay.
So, di ba, wag na natin pahirapan yung sarili natin na mag-apply directly as PR. The easiest path would be the study permit or the study pathway, right? Especially in your location. Right?
That's right.
Okay. So, maganda kasi majority of us, Filipinos talaga, kaya tayo pumupunta doon, is hindi lang para mag-aral no? Of course, for our future.
That's right.
Future of our family, future of our children, and this is the perfect opportunity for us. Okay? So, tama din kanina, sinabi mo, Jamie, di ba? Bakit ako pupunta sa city? Na, oo, maraming employment, no? Employers, di ba? Kaya lang, etong area na to, mas malaki yung opportunity kasi mas konti yung tao This is where they need people. So, bakit ko isisiksik yung sarili ko sa isang lugar na ang dami ng tao? So, very masyadong competitive. Di ba?
Yeah. I think not many are realizing the difference between like big city and smaller communities like us. Imagine na lang ganito Imagine yourself, isa ka sa mga student and you're attending like malaking city. Vancouver or Toronto, for example. Kasi yun naman talaga malaking city sa Canada.
Yeah.
Ilan ba ang schools, university, colleges, public, private combined na nasa malaking city? Ang dami. Ilan ang university dyan? Ilan ang college dyan? Ilan ang private school dyan? So imagine all of these institutions are bringing in international students. You're one of them.
Yeah.
So maraming job opportunities pero ang dami nyo ding pupunta doon. Ang dami nyo ding mag-aagawan sa work. So why not go to smaller communities like ours? Pagdating mo doon, kasi kami lang naman nag-iisang tertiary institution doon So wala ibang college sa region namin. So pagdating mo doon ng mga international students, ilan yung number of international student na nire-recruit namin? That's exactly the international student number na meron kami sa region namin. And we scatter them in different campuses. See, yung competition is almost non-existent. So, logically speaking, kung isipin mo siya, mura ang tuition fee, mura ang cost of living, same income lang din naman in Vancouver, less competition. Maraming trabaho. Nabilis din ang PR.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what else.
Ano hanapin mo?
Kasi sabi diba, pag malaking city, maraming work. That's right.
Oh, totoo naman.
However, ang dami niya rin competition.
Exactly.
So, you really have to think about it.
Exactly. Pag maraming competition, maraming opportunity, di ba? Pero mas mahirap pumasok. Kasi mas maraming pagpipilian.
That's right.
Diba?
Actually, doon sa ganong situation, nagkakaroon ng exploitation ng mga international students.
Exactly.
Very, controversial issue to
Issues, yeah.
sa Canada na may mga students kasi, international student na nare-reklamo na na-exploit sila, meaning they are offered lower than the minimum wage.
Yeah.
Bakit? It shouldn't be that way. Dapat illegal yun. Pero kasi, ang dami nyo kasing nakapila. For example, ako employer, nag-apply sa akin ng work. Ang haba ng pila, syempre, offer ako ng lower than the minimum wage, may kakagat dyan. Kasi kailangan mo eh. Kailangan mo lalo ng mga international student na hindi na manage yung expectation nila. For whatever reason could be, sabi ni ganito, nakakilala nila, okay na yan, basta pagdating mo doon, kaya mong kitain yung cost of living mo. Pwedeng sabi nung mga nag-a-assist sa kanila, alam mo naman, may mga agency na hindi rin okay. Happily, ang IDP hindi kasama doon.
Thank you.
Very well informed ang inyong mga estudyante. They come to Canada having the expectation na basta makahanap ako ng work, I can cover my living expenses and whatnot. Without realizing na, teka lang, saan muna ba sa Canada pinag-usapan natin?
Totoo.
Baka kasi mahal ang cost of living mo dyan, mataas ang competition, mas mababa pa sa minimum yung i-offer sa'yo. Doon nagkakaroon ng exploitation. Sa amin walang ganun. Actually, baliktad. Baliktad sa amin. Kasi walang pila paghanap ka ng work. Walang pila.
So talagang marami, no?
Yes. At saka, ang mga estudyante namin na nakikipag-negotiate. I can only work from this hour to this hour. Ang mga student namin minsan na-offera ng higher than the minimum wage.
Kasi nga kailangan nila ng tao.
Yes. Chatwind, remember, na-mention ko kanina ang Chatwind namin. The reason why we tried opening Chatwind in 2023 is because the city of Chatwind mismo, sila yung nag-demand na NLC, bigyan mo din naman kami ng estudyante. Wag lang Dawson Creek and Fort St. John. Kasi Dawson Creek and Fort St. John, they need people so they can share. We can't give you our students. Kailangan dito lang yan. So si Chatwind, gusto din niya. May campus din naman kasi kami doon. Ang 7-Eleven doon nag-offer ng $20 an hour agad.
Grabe,
starting yun. Ano yun? Ang minimum wage sa British Columbia is $17.40 if I'm not mistaken.
So that's above the minimum.
That's above the minimum.
For a 7-Eleven store.
Yes. Wow. Entry level. Ang Tim Hortons doon, ako mismo nakita ko kasi nagpunta ako ng Chatwind nakalagay sa pintuan mismo eye level para hindi mo siya ma-miss out. Nakalagay doon, $18 starting plus $1 additional pag nag-show up ka sa shift mo on time.
Oh, wow.
Plus another additional $1 per hour if you show up sa shift mo and on time ka.
Oh, talaga?
Yeah.
Sana ako
$1 an hour. Ibig sabihin kung nag-iilang oras ka, ang laki ng additional nun.
Oo. Walang ganyan dito sa Pilipinas.
Walang ganyan.
Siguro ang yaman ko na kasi lagi ako maaga sa IDP.
Right?
O, diba? Kala ko nga security guard ako
So, talagang maraming opportunity sa amin. At saka ang mga student namin, na-offera ng magandang position agad kahit part-time work. We have a partnership with one of the business owner sa region na nakalagay sa letter. It was issued 2 years ago. Pero the offer still remains the same, no? May physical letter kami nun. Nakalagay doon, we will hire international students coming in the region for any available position. So meaning kung may availability ng position as a manager nung business nila, why not? Part-time work yun
Ang daming opportunity, no?
Sobrang dami. Under wild card, I would like to think. NLC is a wild card. And yung strategic reason namin kung ba't kami nagre-recruit is very unique compared to other institution. Sila kasi kailangan nila mag-recruit. Why? They have their own reasons, sure. But ours is a lot more unique.
Yes.
Kailangan talaga namin ng tao.
Correct.
Kailangan namin ng tao.
So ano pa hinihintay natin, di ba? So isa-isahin natin, no? Bakit tayo pupunta dito sa location nila ng NLC? Bakit tayo pupunta ng Dawson Creek? Fort St. John. Okay? Unang-una, I can attest to that. Mababa ang tuition fee nila. Sobrang baba ng tuition fee nila as compared to other schools. Okay? Of course, mababa ang tuition fee, mababa ang cost of living. This is an advantage for those students who have family. Di ba? Those students who would like to bring their children.
That's
Kasi
right.
mababa ang cost of living
That's
diba?
right.
Kakayanin mo. And then of course, yung employability. Diba? Yan ang hinahanap natin palagi. Employability. Meron bang opportunity to work? Meron. Nadinig natin, di ba? You would like to stay in Canada permanently? Meron din. Di ba? Kakasabi lang niya kanina, within 3 years of working, no, under postgraduate work permit, pwede na mag-apply for a permanent residency. Di ba?
I have additional doon sa PR. Ano to? Bago. It was only announced in January 29 this year. Yung RCIP or Rural Community Immigration Pilot. Exclusive PR pathway siya sa 14 communities lang across Canada. 14 lang na communities. We happen to be one of the community. First time namin. And you know what? The initiative ng community to apply for that category is actually initiated by the college.
Wow.
College ang nag-initiate nun. Only because we understand na we need to retain our international student. Not just, okay, aral ka sa amin and then punta ka sa iba.
Yeah.
No. Aral ka sa amin,
stay with us.
As much as possible, stay with us. Kasi nga, kailangan namin ng tao.
Totoo.
Walang ibang reason.
Yeah.
We need you to stay. We need you in the region. Marami kaming job vacancies and opportunities. So yung RCIP na yun, and I would like to encourage everyone na makakarinig nito to check the IRCC website. Lahat ng information about RCIP nandun. Ano yun? Pagka gumraduate ka ng 2 taon sa community college, kagaya namin, community college kasi kami, exempted ka na sa work experience.
Oh, wow.
So, ibig sabihin, pagka-graduate mo, pwede mo nang i-apply yung RCIP. Kasi nga, hindi ka nahihinga ng work experience eh.
Oh, so pwede siya kasabay ng PGWP.
Yes. Alright, yeah.
Oh my God. So,
yeah.
ano pa hinihintay natin?
Yeah, pagka-graduate. Kasi exemption siya. Ibig sabihin, kung di ka nag-aral ng 2 taon doon, kailangan mo ng work experience within the community.
Pero kapag 2 years ka,
no need.
No.
Exempted na yun.
Okay.
So, ang bilis ng PR. At saka yung rural community i-reiterate ko lang kaya nga tinawag siyang rural community. Ibig sabihin, hindi ito applicable sa malalaking cities.
Yeah.
It's because yung mga changes na nangyari from last year, ang pinaka naapektuhan, yung mga smaller communities like us. Konti lang kasi ang international student na nire-recruit namin. And so, you see, meron kaming handful of students sa college. Yun ang in-expect namin. Nag-graduate, nag-feel ang mga vacancies namin, and then suddenly nawala. Kasi nga medyo nag-hold back yung mga tao na parang, teka lang, anong nangyayari sa Canada?
Yeah, totoo naman.
Without realizing na, yung mga reasons kung bakit nangyari yung mga changes, it applies to other parts of Canada. But not with us. I don't think a lot of people realize just how massive Canada is. Hindi mo siya pwedeng sabihin, i-generalize na, sa Canada ganito, mahal ang cost of living. Yeah, in some places, but not in all places.
Yes. Mamimili ka, guys. Mamimili ka.
Malaki ang Canada kasi.
True.
Second largest country in the world yan.
True.
Kung iisipin mo, kung magma-mathematics tayo, 33 Philippines ang pwede mong pagkasyahin sa isang Canada. That's land area. That's how massive Canada is.
Kaya nga, maraming opportunity, diba? Pero hindi tayo nakikita kasi hindi tayo naririnig.
Yeah.
So this is one of the reasons why we're talking about the location and we're talking about Northern Light College para at least ma-educate natin ang ating mga listeners, ang ating viewers. Ano ba tong location na to? Ano ba yung pwedeng ma-offer? Okay, ngayon, let's talk about your programs. Kasi minention mo kanina, gusto ko yung minention mo kanina na 2-year program tapos pwede na mag-apply dun sa RCIP.
Yeah.
Tama? Okay, this is a good opportunity for our students to learn more about your program. So, ano ba yung mga common programs na pwede namin i-apply sa inyo? Especially yung mga Filipinos. Ano ba yung mga in-demand programs among Filipinos na pwede namin kunin?
Okay, you know what? That's a very good question. And I always find it hard to answer that. The reason is because lahat ng program namin popular, lahat ng program namin in demand. Bakit? You might be wondering why. Kasi strategic din ang pag-create namin ng program. We only created programs and offer it to international students. Ibang program na yun, naka-based siya sa, sa mga shortage list namin.
Yes.
Ano yung mga shortage namin sa region?
Ito yung mga when you say shortage list, ito yung mga needs sa labor market ng Canada, tama?
Yes, and specific to our region as well. So sa region namin, kasi nga community-based college kami, so we cater sa need ng region namin. So ano bang kailangan namin sa region? So doon na pumapasok yung, sige, create tayo ng programs. College can create their own programs, right? Pero hindi lang basta mag-create tayo just because. Ano muna yung kailangan natin sa region?
Yeah.
And then we create program based on that. So tailor-fitted yung mga programs namin sa region namin. Yes. And not just in our region. Sa totoo lang, applicable din naman siya sa ibang parts ng Canada. Canada as a whole. For example, meron kaming aircraft maintenance technician.
Yeah.
Our Dawson Creek, our main campus is the Center of Excellence for Aerospace, by the way. Yung aircraft maintenance technician, sa region lang ba namin may ganung profession? Hindi naman.
Yeah.
Kailangan yan anywhere in Canada. But we do offer the program. Actually, isa lang kami sa dalawang nag-offer niya sa buong British Columbia. Kami lang sa North ang nag-offer nun. So in BC, sa province of British Columbia, dalawa lang ang sources mo ng AMT. NLC tsaka isa pa na nasa Vancouver. So part na yun, applicable siya sa buong Canada, pero kailangan din siya sa region namin.
For the aircraft maintenance, pag natapos ko ba yung program na yan, meron akong opportunity to start to work?
Yes. Ang aircraft maintenance technician namin, isa yan sa dalawang program. Usually dalawang program yan eh. Environmental restoration yung isa. Dating land and water resources. Yan yung mga program na hindi pa gumagraduate yung student, meron ng mga job offer. Nakaabang yung mga employers. Yun yung program namin na talagang abangers yung mga employers na talaga. Kasi nga, limited seats kami, unang-una. Pangalawa, ino-offer lang namin sila twice a year. February and September. AMT is just one of the many program. No? Meron pa kaming social work. Ang social work na shortage list. Generally in the whole of Canada.
These are 2-year programs.
2-year programs. Early childhood education and care. Yan pati, in demand din yan. And lahat ng campuses namin may daycare. So ang practical experience ng mga students, dun din. Meron din kami program for becoming a teacher in Canada, in elementary and secondary. Associate of Arts Education. And naniniwala ko ang teaching is passion eh.
Yes, yeah.
Teaching and nursing, passion yan. Kasi you need a lot of patience. Yeah. Otherwise, kung di yan yung calling mo, I don't think, kaya mo siyang i-perform.
Oo, passion and calling talaga yan.
Talagang So yung mga talagang teaching yung gusto, elementary and secondary, meron kaming program for them.
So this program na to, yung sa education for secondary, ganyan, after they completed the program, eligible na sila to teach in Canada? Or do they have to take the exam after a while and then eligible na sila to teach?
The fun thing about Canada, they're not a fan of examinations. Kagaya natin. Sa atin kasi may exam eh.
Sa atin lahat may exam.
They do however have certification program.
Okay.
So after, prerequisite kasi yung Associate of Arts Education. Without it, international students or international teachers cannot take the certification program. So they can do the certification program. After that, then they can teach na in elementary and secondary.
Okay.
Yes.
So certification lang. Tapos eligible na sila to teach.
Yes.
Wow, marami kasi tayong teachers, no? And na naghahanap ng ways to teach.
That's right.
In Canada. Para ma-practice nila yung kanilang profession in Canada. However, in some institutions, they only offer yung early childhood education.
Yes.
So ito yung unique sa inyo, I guess, no?
That's another unique program. That's right.
Yeah.
Meron din kaming environmental restoration program. Dati siyang land and water resources. Alam mo, because nasa north kasi kami, the oil and gas and mining is in my region. Nasa region ko. Alam naman natin, when it comes to mining, oil and gas, the environment, nako-compromise. So, to avoid that, meron tayong environmental restoration. So, nakadikit lagi yan. Kaya, ang laki ng demand sa work for that.
Tsaka wala niyan dito sa Pilipinas. Diba?
Sa atin kasi basta hukay ka lang ng hukay dyan.
Oo. Tapos na yun. Hukay, tapos alis na. Hindi binabalik, diba? Pero this is another unique program.
Yes.
Right? Okay. Another thing, for the healthcare program, ano yung meron kayo? Kasi healthcare program is one of the in-demand programs among Pinoys, diba?
Yeah.
Anong meron kayong program for? Aside from social service, gusto ko yung social service eh. Okay? Ano pa yung ibang meron kayong program?
Meron kaming practical nursing.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's a 2-year program.
It's a 2-year program.
Okay.
Healthcare assistant. and Associate of Arts in Health Studies. So
all of these are 2 years program or yung healthcare assistant is
yung healthcare
1 year?
assistant is 1 year program lang.
Okay. Oo.
Yeah. Meron din kaming 5 post-degree program. Yeah, yung mga post-degree naman, kailangan ng bachelor degree muna from the Philippines before they can apply to the program. So non-bachelor degree are not accepted. Unfortunately. Kasi post-degree siya. Pag sabi natin post-degree, after degree.
It's like a postgraduate studies.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
However, hindi siya equivalent to masters.
Yeah.
Iba pa yung masters. Medyo mahirap siyang explain sa Philippines kasi wala tayong equivalent ng post-degree. After bachelor kasi natin dito, masters agad. Sa Canada, meron silang in-between, which is yun nga, yung post-grad or post-degree. Meron kaming 5, information technology, syempre yung mga nasa IT, industry, yan. Meron tayong management science.
Ay, bago yan.
Yung mga may background in management and business management, di ba? Maraming colleges sa Canada hindi na nag-o-offer doon kasi walang PGWP.
Yeah.
Sa amin meron. CIP aligned siya sa amin.
Yeah.
So, baka merong ma-interested dyan. Merong PGWP yung management science namin. And open siya sa lahat ng may bachelor degree. No specific industry or discipline. The reason is because the management itself is broad. Hindi naman siya limited to to one part of management Kasi marketing may management yan. Accounting may management yan. Tapos ang kagandahan pa nun, yung mga student, sila mismo mamimili kung anong industry nila gusto.
Yeah.
Kasi they are not bounded by a certain industry lang. So baka may mas magandang opportunity elsewhere. Meron kang management, regardless of the industry, pwede kang mag-work pa din.
So broad no?
Yes.
Ibig sabihin, maraming opportunity.
That's right.
Hindi siya specific sa isang area.
Yes.
Okay.
So 2 yun. Pangatlo, meron kaming industrial and organizational psychology. Yan. Yun nasa mga psychology and HR background, actually. Meron din kaming information resources management. Para naman to sa data analytics, sa accounting and financial management. Yan. Doon yan papasok. And then environmental management. Yung mga may degree in agriculture and environmental. Kasama na dyan yung mga nasa science like geology, archaeology. Kasama yan dyan. So, meron kaming 5 na 2 years program, PGWP eligible, at saka in demand. In demand pa din.
So, na-mention mo nga yung mga programs na yan, These are the programs na talagang in demand among Filipinos, no? Yung na-mention mo. And pinakagusto ko dyan, ako personal ko dyan, is yung associate degree for yung education, secondary education. Kasi nga marami kami mga students na teachers, no? Na talagang gustong i-practice sa kanila yung pagiging teacher nila in Canada. So siguro this is one program na talagang we really need to look into, no? And then, you mentioned yung postgraduate work permit. Diba? So, ito bang programs na mga nabanggit mo earlier, are they eligible for postgraduate work permit? And what is postgraduate work permit and PGWP?
Yes. Lahat ng program namin are CIP aligned and are thus PGWP eligible. So, hindi na kami nag-o-offer ngayon sa international student ng mga non-PGWP. Even though nag-exist pa yung mga program for our local and domestic students. But for international student, even us, we encourage them na mamili sa list of programs namin na PGWP eligible. When it comes to the meaning naman ng postgraduate work permit, kaya nga post from the keyword post after graduation. Ano to? Next level permit na to. Kasi habang nag-aaral ka, study permit ka pa lang
Yeah.
Kasi nga, yun yung reason mo. Pero pagka-graduate mo, hindi ka naman na estudyante. So, work permit na siya. Meaning, you are allowed to work. Kaya lang, hindi siya same category nung kailangan mo ng job offer.
Yeah.
Itong PGWP, the student can get this with or without the job offer. Basta, tapos niyo yung program niya. Postgraduate nga So, ang requirements usually comes from the college. Yung grades nila, yung diploma nila, ayan. And then, open category din siya. Big sabihin, the students can work for any jobs and for any employers. Wala siyang certain, dapat dito ka lang sa employer na to. Walang ganun kasi open nga siya. So, nagba-vary din yung duration niya sa duration ng program.
Mm.
So 1 year study is 1 year lang na postgraduate work permit. However, for 2 years program, hanggang 3 taon yung PGWP. And in our experience, kung gusto ng estudyante na makapag-PR, mas maganda kung 2 taon yung program niya. Para 3 taon yung work permit, yung PGWP, meron siyang ample time to get the permanent residency. Kasi nakakalimutan, akala ng iba, mabilis lang yung PR.
Yeah.
Akala nila in a matter of months.
Oo.
Parang student visa, in 3 months mo ko ang PR ko. Hindi po, kasi nga, permanenteng residente pinag-uusapan natin dito. Ibig sabihin, Canada is allowing you to reside there permanently.
Yeah.
Kumbaga, parang ano siya, final boss. Pag final boss, medyo ano yan, matagal yan, diba? Syempre, with a lot of leveling up and stuff.
Yes.
So, it takes time. Kaya kailangan mo ng time din. Ang kagandahan nun, kung 3 taon yung PGWP mo, habang ongoing yung PR mo, ongoing din yung work.
Yeah.
So, enough time talaga.
For the BGWP, how long are they allowed to work? I mean, can they work full-time na 40 hours? Well, we were not able to mention kanina, di ba? Kapag nasa school, they can work part-time. Tama. For until 20 to 24 hours?
24 hours, yeah.
24 hours in a week. Okay.
Yes.
But with the PGWP or postgraduate work permit, they can work full-time. Meaning
Full-time.
40 hours.
Meaning unlimited hours.
Oh, wow. So, kung gusto ko mag-OT, pwede?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, kahit sa mga estudyante, pwede nilang gawin yun during vacation. Pag bakasyon, pag summer break, holidays, sem break, yan. Pwedeng mag-work full-time, unlimited working hours yun. Meron din pala akong pro tip, no? Yung 24 hours a week, ano yun? Off-campus work yun. Meaning, trabahong ginawa mo sa labas ng campus. Meron pang mga available jobs on campus if the students are able to get a work or a job on campus. That's on top of 24 hours a week. Hindi yun binabawas sa 24 hours a week. Bigyan kita ng example. Nag-hire kami ng mga student tutor. If the students are able to work as a student tutor, babayaran siya ng college ng $20 an hour. Pero yung hours na winwork niya as a student tutor, hindi yun binabawas sa 24 hours a week. Kasi sa campus niya ginawa yun.
On top of the 24 hours niya a week, outside of the campus, pwede ba sila mag-earn?
On campus work.
On campus work.
Yeah.
Oh.
Unlimited yun. Doesn't matter kung ilang oras yung ginawa nila sa campus na trabaho.
Yeah. Oh, ganda.
Example lang yun na imagine mo yung student tutor namin, $20 an hour, higher than the minimum wage yun. So, ibig sabihin, kung nagto-24 hours a week ka sa labas ng campus, tapos nag-work ka as, say for example, 4 hours a week na student tutor, meron kang additional $80. Pero intact yung 24 hours a week mo.
Diba? May additional ka pa.
Additional ka pa.
Tapos meron din kayong tinatawag dito sa BC, no, na BC Transfer System.
That's right.
So, can you elaborate more about it? Medyo hindi lang clear sa akin. Yung ba yung pag nag-aral ako ng 2 taon, I can transfer to the university? Parang gano'n ba yun?
Well, thank you for bringing that up, no? Gusto ko tong usapan na to kasi it's not commonly talked about.
Yeah.
Applicable to, or not really applicable, ideal to sa mga high school graduates natin. Grade 12. Ito yung, di ba usually pagka mag-aral ka ng bachelor degree, 4 na taon yun. So instead na 4 years straight yung gawin mo sa university in Canada, which is number 1, very expensive. Number 2, very hard to get into. Lalo na kung you're eyeing for top universities.
Yes, yeah.
Mahirap yun kasi ranking talaga siya. So, haba ng waitlist nun. Instead, ang alternative natin, mag-aral sila ng 2 taon sa Northern Lights College, any of our Associate of Arts or Science program. And then they can transfer to university, any university in British Columbia, and start sila on the 3rd year ng bachelor degree. Kasi yung first 2 years nila sa NLC is considered the first 2 years of their bachelor degree as well. Yun yung tinatawag ng university transfer. Ibig sabihin, yung Associate of Arts or Science degree ng NLC, 100% ng credentials nun pwedeng i-transfer sa university. Kaya mag-start na yung estudyante ng 3rd year na. Na ang kagandahan ng BC Transfer System, sistema na kasi siya. Online lang din to ginagawa. Very easy. Actually, kahit i-google nyo lang, BC Transfer System, it will bring you to the BC Transfer Guide. At pwedeng mamili kahit anong university kasi technically speaking, ibig sabihin nun, mga public colleges and universities, meron na kaming agreement with each other na students coming from the college will be accepted sa university.
Okay.
So for example, students are eyeing for UBC, University of British Columbia. Yun ang top university namin sa BC. Under normal circumstances, pag mag-a-apply sila from outside Canada, questionable pa kung ma-accept sila or hindi. Pero kung manggagaling sila sa NLC, babypass na nila yung waitlists and ranking ng UBC. Kasi nga, yung credentials na titignan ng UBC, NLC na, hindi na coming from the Philippines.
So parang, ki-credit na nila lahat ng units na kinuha mo from. Wow, that's very interesting.
Tsaka isipin mo 4 na taon yung degree. 4 na taon din naman yung study mo Except gagawin mo siya ng separate. 2 years sa college, 2 years sa university. Now, bakit mo gustong gawin yun? Pwede naman pala akong mag 4 years straight sa university. Well, for one reason.
Kung magaling ka.
Mura ang tuition fee namin. So yung first 2 years, tuition fee namin yung babayaran.
Okay.
Ang laki ng tipid agad nun. Pangalawa, it's less intimidating to international students. Kasi ang international student, they came from not within Canada, right? They came from elsewhere. Say from example from the Philippines. Syempre, ang culture dito, ang system dito is very different. The manner the programs are delivered are very different as well. Yung culture ng mga instructors and teachers and professors also very different. In our experience, meron kasi kami nakare-receive ng mga inquiry na nag-enroll originally from ng university, gustong lumipat ng NLC kasi no-overwhelm. No overwhelm sila. Kasi if you talk about university, ibang level na yun. Like literally, auditorium-sized classroom.
So big talaga.
So if you're a new student, you're an international student coming in from completely different country, different culture, different people, even the language. On top of trying to juggle between working part-time and doing your studies, it's a lot.
Yeah.
For 18 years old.
Yes.
It's a lot, right? So, gawin nila, dun muna sila sa amin. Para hindi
baby steps muna.
Yes. Less overwhelming, less intimidating. After 2 years nila sa NLC, nakapag-adjust na yan. Alam na nila how the system works. And then saka sila pumasok ngayon ng university.
I have a question. Nagtapos ako ng 2 years, diba? And then I would like to transfer to, let's say, UBC. Okay. Pero gusto ko munang mag-stop. I want to work muna. Can I use my PGWP after that?
That's right. Pwede yun. Actually, kung gagawin mo yun, that's the smartest way to do it, actually. So, 2 years study sa NLC, eligible pa din yun sa PGWP. 3 taon pa din yun.
Yeah.
Within the PGWP, again, ang daming ways to apply for permanent residency. Try nila. By the way, ang PR, baka kasi sabi ng iba, pagka-graduate ng NLC, PR agad guaranteed. Walang ganun Ang PR may sariling sistema yan, may sariling requirements yan. Pero, eligible ka. Kasi pag na-meet mo yung requirements, pwede ka mag-apply ng permanent residency. So, in an event na na-secure ng student yung PR niya during the PGWP period, pag nag-start siya ng university, hindi na siya considered as international student. Local student na siya. So, ang tuition fee niya... Which
means, ang tuition fee is?
Sobrang mura na lang. Kasi ang mga local student namin, they only pay 20 to 30% of international tuition fee. So, ang tuition fee namin is 10,000. Ang 10,000 for international students. Ang local, $2,000 to $3,000 lang yan.
Sobrang laki ng difference.
Sobrang laki ng difference. Plus, you know what, if you do the gap in between, like nag-break in between, hindi siya, like I said, hindi siya overwhelming.
Hindi siya overwhelming, hindi rin siya hindrance. Kasi i-credit pa rin ng university.
That's right.
And then, you earn your permanent residency.
That's right.
Within the 3-year period, diba? At the same time, you're earning money within the 3-year period.
That's right.
Of your postgraduate work permit. And then, kapag nakaipon ka na, edi, university, tapos ang tuition mo with the university is much more lower. Kasi nga, domestic na.
Yeah. Local na.
Grabe. Guys, be smart.
Alam mo, sa totoo lang, kung may ganito akong opportunity when I was younger,
Oo.
malamang yung ginawa ko.
Oo. Kasi yung thinking ng mga Pinoy, no, especially dito sa Pilipinas, no, tingin kasi nila parang, ay, degree, lang kukunin ko, associate degree, di ba, halimbawa ako yung mother, hindi pwede ba associate degree yan? Dapat ganito yan, bachelor's yan, kasi kami, di ba, may mga, ganun kasi yung mindset ng mga Pilipino. Pero if you're looking for a long term talaga, and you want to, you want to stay permanently in Canada, you have to be smart.
That's right.
Di ba, you have to be smart. Mm-mm.
Yeah, tawag niyo to, another thing, kasi, kapag ginawa nila yun, hindi rin naman mandatory yung university eh.
Mm-hmm.
For example, enjoy nila mag-work.
Mm-hmm.
Kahit hindi mo sila mag-proceed ng university, okay lang. Kasi unang-una, pag na-secure nila yung permanent residency nila, permanent resident na sila eh.
May work ka na.
Yeah, pero syempre, pag mga ganong edad, bata pa, kaya nga mas okay siya pagka high school graduate.
High school, yeah.
Kasi they have the time, they have the energy to proceed to degree.
Yeah.
And usually, yun ang condition ng mga parents eh. Hindi kailangan meron kang degree.
Yes. Oo.
So, kaya pa din naman, masisecure pa din naman yung degree. Pero, in a very, not in a traditional way. Alternative, in a smart
smartest way.
Yeah, smart and practical way. Kasi
Smart and practical way. Perfect.
Yung 2 years namin na program sa amin, tuition fee namin yung babayaran. So, sobrang mura na nun.
Oo, diba? Ang laki ng matitipid mo. May bachelor's degree ka pa. Parang lumalabas pa, parang 2 pa yung degree mo kasi may associate ka. Kasi may bachelor's degree ka. Diba? Tapos you're earning pa. So, ano pa hinihintay mo?
So, pwede ka pa mamili kung anong university mo gustong pumasok.
Exactly. Diba? So, I have another questions, Jamie. Kasi, di ba ngayon, with all the changes that has been happening, majority of the Filipinos kasi would like to bring their family, their spouse, their partners, diba, in Canada. But because of the changes, they can only bring their partner or their spouse kapag nag-master's degree sila. Which is, I think, disadvantage on your part sa college kasi syempre you do not offer master's degree. So, paano natin may encourage yung ating mga students to have their partners and spouse or family to bring with them and sa inyo mag-enroll?
Magandang discussion din to. I-offer ko to kasi mura ang tuition fee namin sa NLC. So, kung titingnan natin kung magkano ang tuition fee ng masters compared sa tuition fee namin, ang presyo ng masters for one person is equivalent sa 2 tao sa amin. So, bakit hindi na lang parehas yung mag-couple, mag-aral together? Ibang level of challenge to as couple. Diba?
Yeah, okay. So, are you saying na halimbawa, 2 kami ng husband ko na mag-aaral sa inyo, tapos versus dun sa mag-take ako ng masters and I will bring my spouse with me, same lang din ang tuition fee.
Yes.
Okay.
Same lang yung gastos.
And then at the same time, if I'm going to bring my spouse with me, 2 kaming estudyante, tapos same lang tuition fee with the masters, both of us have the opportunity to take the PGWP.
That's right.
Okay.
And paras din kayo allowed mag-work while studying.
Okay.
And because mura ang cost of living namin, yung income ninyo combined, kaya pa ding i-cover yung living expenses ninyo.
Oh, that's nice.
And if you have dependent kids, pwede nyo pa rin silang dalhin. Libre pa din ang study ng elementary and secondary.
Okay.
Kung may daycare naman kayo na anak, meaning 5 years old and below, kailangan ng daycare, ang daycare namin sa BC was made affordable as well. Under childcare BC, parang lumalabas na $10 a day na lang.
Oh, wow.
Ang daycare namin.
$10 a day?
Yeah.
How many hours? 8 hours then?
I think so. Yeah. And lahat ng campuses namin
may daycare.
May daycare.
Oh, wow.
Sobrang mura na niya.
Oo.
Under childcare BC ha. Kasi parang si province of BC, nag-alat sila talaga ng budget for that. So kung iisipin mo, kung master's program kasi unang-una, if we're talking about master's, mahirap na program yun.
Yeah.
Hindi yun charot-charot.
Oo.
Talagang mastery nga eh. So ibig sabihin, the university will not teach you the basics na kasi dapat alam mo na yun.
Yes.
So, bakit dun tayo sa medyo, unless talagang pag nagka-counsel ka, you can tell na this person can take on the masters.
Yeah.
Sure, why not? Go ahead.
Yeah.
Pero pag nakusap na parang Parang girl, mahirapan ka sa masters.
Oo. You need foundation. Ganon, oo.
Mag-aral sila para sa NLC. Again, I'm only recommending this because of the affordability ng tuition fee namin and the strategic location ng region namin. Mura ang tuition fee, mura ang cost of living. Kayang i-cover kapag paras kayong mag-asawa or mag-partner, mag-couple, mag-aaral together. That's an alternative. And good news pala, by the way, before I forget, if you do that, we're actually offering scholarships.
For the spouse.
For the spouse.
Oh.
Tig $2,000 tuition discount sila. Tig 2,000 ah.
Oh, wow.
So, ibig sabihin ko, yung tuition fee namin, for example, is 13,000. Tig 11,000 na lang sila per year. Ang initial deposit remains to be 7,500 pa din. So, ibig sabihin, kung 7,500 yung initial deposit namin ng first semester, that's 15,000
50,000 for both of them.
For both of them. Alam mo kung magkano ang initial deposit
Mura pa rin.
Magkano initial deposit ng masters for one person? 20 to 25,000.
Mura pa din, you know? Oh.
'Di ba?
Kaya nga, kasi mas maganda pa yung opportunity na pwede niyang ibigay.
That's right.
Then they have also the opportunity to choose kung sino sa kanila yung pwede mag-apply for PR.
Correct. At saka, ang kagandahan kasi ang post-degree namin na program, kailangan post-degree program kasi nga masters yung pinag-usapan natin eh. Post-degree programs namin, by the time na natapos sila yung program, employment ready na talaga sila. Like the program is delivered for the sole purpose of them
to work.
Yes.
Oh, perfect.
So kung ang goal is, bakit ka magma-masters? Gusto ko kasi mag-work. Gusto ko kasi mag-PR. Eh, ba't din nila kayo paras mag-masters?
Yeah.
Tsaka I'm not sure but I heard na mataas ang refusal rate ng masters lately. I don't know the reasons, pero something to consider ba?
Something to consider and something to look into.
Yes.
Diba? And something to compute as well.
That's right.
Oo, importante yun eh. Malaman mo, ano ba yung cost nito? Diba? Ano ba yung benefits na may bibigay sa amin nito kapag dalawa kaming nag-aral? Diba? As compared kung magmamasters ang isa sa amin.
That's right.
Diba? Saan ba kami mas makakamura? Again, very cost-effective kasi. Pag pinag-usapan natin, pag NLC.
Pag NLC. Pag sa ibang college, I cannot attest. I cannot, it's not the same.
Yes. But with NLC, it's always cost-effective.
Yes.
And it's always practical.
Yeah. Meron pa akong additional, one last thing. Scholarships. Yung scholarship na in-offer namin na yun na 2,000, entry level yan eh. By the way, pag single, syempre we don't wanna discriminate, no? Pag mga single na gusto mag-post-degree, may 1,000 na sila na scholarship.
Okay.
Baka sabihin nung NLC, kailangan mag-partner.
Kailangan mag-asawa muna ako. Papakasal muna ako.
Diba? Magjojowa muna ako. So, $1,000 for the single. Pero actually, on top of that, meron kaming on-campus scholarships. Yung mga on-campus scholarships namin, we have more than 200 scholarships on campus. Ibig sabihin, kailangan estudyante muna namin sila before they get access to those scholarships. Pero, ang kagandahan kasi nun is sky's the limit. Walang limit kung ilang scholarship yung gusto mong applyan. Applyan mo lahat. If you're eligible, pag nag-grantan ka lahat, hindi ka na magbabayad ng tuition fee.
So pwedeng sabay-sabay?
Yes. I'll give you an example. For example, the sake of discussion. For example, pagdating ng estudyante doon, nalaman niya na eligible siya sa 20 scholarship. In-apply niya lahat. Diba? And then, out of 20, ang nag-grant sa kanya 10. Each scholarship kasi has equivalent amount. Ibig sabihin, pwedeng yung isang scholarship, $100, yung isa, $150, yung isa, $300. So, assuming na yung 10 scholarships na yun is equivalent to $2,000, yung $2,000 na yun is deducted on the tuition fee for the second semester or the second year. So, pwedeng ang tuition fee, spaghetti pababa pa. Pwedeng wala na. Kasi may mga estudyante kami hindi nagbabayad ng tuition fee.
Talaga?
Kasi nako-cover na ng scholarship.
Wow. Grabe. This is another opportunity. Diba? Paano pa kung pareho kayong magaling mag-asawa? Wala na kayo babayaran.
Tsaka kung mag-aaral kayo parehas, you can help each other.
Yes, exactly. Diba? Wow. Thank you for that, Jamie. This is something new, no? Kasi hindi lahat ng schools kasi in Canada offer this kind of, opportunity. So, kung gusto nating isama yung ating spouse or partners, no? And let's think about it. mag-compute tayo and let's take a look at the opportunities na ino-offer ng NLC.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jamie. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. So if you are thinking of studying in British Columbia, you may try to consider NLC or Northern Light College kasi ang dami nilang programs eh. They have multiple programs that are eligible for a postgraduate work permit, and at the same time, aside from having a low cost of living and low tuition fee, among other institutions, meron silang tinatawag na RCIP, right? So what are you waiting for? Again, waive ang application fee, waive ang IELTS unless you would like to take healthcare programs, kailangan mo mag-IELTS. Pero wala naman tayong worry doon kasi IDP will help you with your IELTS exam as well. Okay? You'll just have to reach out to us, reach out to our counselors. So we have several offices here in Manila, in Luzon, and in Visayas region. You can reach out to us on our website. You can also send us messages on our social media accounts. So we have Facebook, we have Instagram, we have a TikTok account. So mag-send lang kayo ng message if you are interested to study in Northern Light College. Okay? And one thing more, guys, for those of you who would like to take the IELTS exam, sabi kasi kanina ni Jamie, for those of you who are interested to take healthcare program, kailangan ninyo mag-IELTS. So, sagot namin kayo dyan. Hindi libre ha. What I mean is that we can offer you the IELTS examination. So, send lang kayo ng messages. And again, all our services are free. Wala tong catch. As in, free siya from the time of the initial counseling until your pre-departure. Okay? So, thank you once again for joining us in our session with Northern Light College. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.
Thank you.